just trying to see, even when I have like games, like good games like y'all see, y'all don't see like the little stuff that I miss. So that's what Deuce is real hard on me about. We come in after every game and go watch film and just see like how many yards I missed out on, you know. And there's always stuff to get improved on. So that's why it's important to just watch the film and see what I could do better and probably get more yards, you know, to help the team. So just stuff like that.
So what's Deuce's feedback after these past few games?
Man, he said I'm playing at a high level, and like last game was big boy football. That's how it's gonna come down to. Dallas versus Eagles, you know, division on the line. Even this game, division on the line. You know, New York's gonna give us their best. They're gonna try and ruin our season. So we got business to handle, and just gotta take care of business this week.
Big boy football. Do you like that? Like, is that the style play you like?
Yeah, man. It's a lot real competitive. I love that stuff.
Meeting with the offensive line, especially earlier in the season where you guys can talk about what you're seeing and what they're seeing, how beneficial have those meetings been for you?
It's good. Just communicating, you know, with the offensive line, just trying to see what they want to do, what they're comfortable with in order for them to make the right blocks and create holes for us. And that communication is real good between Stout and Deuce, and then from the offensive line to us, you know, and all of us come together and meeting.
It's one thing for Deuce to be a good teacher, but how are you able to process it? What makes you a good student of the game?
I'm just going out there and doing what he says. I say, if I mess up on something, he tells me to do something, I go again and do it the right way. I think that's being a good student, not going out there and just he tells me to do something, and I go out there and do the same mistake. You know, that's just not being a professional. I'm just trying to learn whatever I can and just build on that.
Is this how you expected the season to go for you?
I guess. I mean, I'm still not satisfied. Like I said, I'm a real team player. I don't really like to talk about myself. I don't even know how to talk about myself or brag about myself. That's never been me. So, as a team, no, I don't think I pictured us being like this. I pictured us having either no losses or less losses. So, because that's the type of team I think we are. But right now we're in a good position. So we got a chance to handle our own destiny, and we just got to take care of business on Sunday.
You're probably have to get used to talking about yourself. It's just the beginning, it seems like.
I never did it, so I'm not even cool doing it. I don't even feel comfortable doing it. So.
What have some of the older guys told you about approaching tomorrow, Christmas, and balancing work and family and things like that? What's your approach? What's kind of your mindset of going into tomorrow?
Just enjoying myself, you know. I haven't seen my family or been with my family during the week like I'm used to when I'm younger, you know. We went through the same thing during Thanksgiving. I think I handled Thanksgiving well too. Did the same thing, had Thanksgiving off, but this is gonna be a good time. Just enjoy family, you know, family time, and it's actually my niece's birthday tomorrow too, so get to see all of them. Just enjoy myself and come back to work on Thursday.
If you don't like to speak about yourself, how about Zach Ertz and the toughness that he showed in the game on Sunday, coming out with the injury and then battling back, knowing how important he was for you guys down late in the game?
I think that showed a lot, you know. Even though, I mean, he had a significant injury where he can, you know, you can understand why he's out of the game, but I mean, he knows what's at stake, and he didn't want to go out like that, and I'm pretty sure he felt like he could have did something to help the team win. So I'm glad he came back. That showed a lot, and that's a tough dude right there. So I got all the respect for him.
Yeah, the crowd was unreal this last week. It was a fun environment to play in, but you know, hopefully going up to New York, it'll be a lot of green in the jersey, a lot of Philly fans out there. But you know, we just got to bring our own energy. We know what's at stake, and it shouldn't be too hard.
Dallas, what was it like in the biggest game of the year with Zach on the sidelines for a period of time to be able to step up and have probably the best game of your career?
It was fun. You know, obviously you never want to see someone go down. You know, he's getting himself right. He'll be ready whenever he's ready. But, you know, I was just going in there. I had the same mindset whether he's playing or not. I just got to go in there and put wins on tape, do everything I can to help the team win.
This league is often said that it's about opportunity, and you're seeing a lot of that happen. How much is that infusing what's happening on the offense? The opportunity of guys that, we didn't know as guys like Greg Ward and Boston Scott and younger players.
Yeah, like you said, it is opportunity. They're going to give the most to the higher draft picks. They're going to do all that. But anytime someone gets their shot, I think this is G's third year in the league or whatever, and he stepped in and made his presence known right away. Probably got himself a job for a while longer now because of what he's done. But it's cool just to see people step up, people play the roles to success. And, I think it's been good for us late in the year having these kids step up and make every play that comes their way.
You've been playing with Carson, obviously, for a couple of years now, but having a game like that with everything on the line and the two of you, the chemistry that you had on Sunday, how much does that help going forward?
It helps a lot. I've always enjoyed playing with Carson. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The way, he throws the ball, he manages the games, the way he extends drives with his feet, he gets out of the pocket, and you see throws that are just unreal. But having him back there always puts us in a good position.
I know it's been an up and down season I guess with the injuries early on. How would you say the season's been for you overall? Now it's week 17.
As the Eagles?
For you personally.
For me personally, I feel like it's been pretty good. I kind of figured it'd be right where I was. Having a pass catcher like Zach ahead of me, the balls are going to come my way, but I think I blocked extremely well this year. I think when I had an opportunity, I made the plays most of the time. I just got to keep doing that.
How do you balance the holiday tomorrow just with, let yourself just escape from football for a couple minutes? How do you personally do it?
Yeah, for me, I ain't got no family out here this year or anything, so it's just going to be me and Avante at the crib. It'll just kind of be like a normal off day for us. We probably won't do anything too crazy. I don't even know if stores will be open. I'm not sure what we're going to eat, but that's probably my biggest concern.
So does Avante come and wake you up, or how does that go? In my house, the 5-year-old comes and wakes me up. How's that?
Yeah, Avante knows not to wake me up. I sleep too much. I'll wake up when I wake up, and he can be doing whatever he wants until then.
You get anything good for him?
No, he don't deserve no presents this year.
Do you feel like you found more consistency maybe over the last 6 weeks or so? Do you feel like you've kind of done a better job with that second half of the season maybe? Or what's your take on that?
No, I think I played at a pretty high level all year.
The screen game's been really good, particularly lately, and you've been a big part of it. Why has that worked so well? You seem to be so comfortable running those screens. You got, obviously you have a good offensive line, but what's been making them work so well?
Yeah, anytime I'm able to catch the ball, and we have an unbelievably athletic O-line, so when they're out in front of me, it makes it easy. They're plowing through linebackers, getting up to the safety. Zach pancaked the corner Sunday on one of my screens that got called back, but really just, the coach is calling it at the right time. I pass protect quite a bit, so if we feel the ends are coming up the field really hard screaming, if the linebacker's getting out, they call it at the right time, and Carson does a great job showing the defense the ball, so they try to go and get him, dumps it off to me, and like I said, the O-line out in front makes it really easy.
In the last time you saw them, Zach was very efficient. Are there plays there that he was able to be successful with that maybe you can pick up the slack if he can't go?
Yeah, it's still early on in the week, game planning wise, putting in stuff. But Zach's tremendous, and but anytime my number gets called, I plan on winning and plan on making a play. So hopefully we can have the same success we had this last week.
Tell us, what was it like when he came back from the locker room to help you guys there in the second half, knowing what he was going through?
Yeah, it's unreal, man. It just shows how much that dude cares, how tough he really is to play through pain, play through injury to help us win a must-win game. Really shows a lot about his character.
The stick nod route that you got the touchdown on, can you talk about how you've gotten so much better at that through your 2 years here? Could you go back to your rookie year and trying to learn the timing of it to where you have it, you almost right in your sleep now. It seems like once that route's called for you, it's go time.
Yeah, it's cool, just being able to see how the defense is going to react, whether in their man zone. You might have a safety coming guarding you from the top, linebacker from the inside. You have to sell a little bit different each time, but Carson's so good at just kind of knowing what defense they're in, who's going to cover who, and just figuring out the right time to throw it. He makes it pretty easy.
How much better have you gotten at reacting to what the defense gives you and picking it up right away?
I did catch a couple touchdowns my rookie year on that. I don't know. That's kind of one of the base the first route you learn as a tight end is the stick route. The second one is a stick nod. So I've been running that one for quite a while.
In getting back to the season you've had, if you were told week one you'd be here at this point with 50-plus catches, 500-plus yards, 5 touchdowns, 70% catch rate, is that something you would have taken?
Yeah. Obviously I want to catch the ball as much as I can. I want to have, 1,000 yards. I want to do all that. But, no, I think it's kind of what I expected to happen throughout the year. Just hopefully keep it going into the end of this year.
Nigel, what's it like when you hear Jim Schwartz call you the energy bringer, so to speak, of the defense? We talked about how Rodney McLeod is the calming presence on the back end of the defense, but when it comes to you bring the energy. You're one of those tempo setters on that side of the ball.
On the Mike Backer, I feel like that's part of being a middle linebacker in this league. Pretty much leading the guys out there. I'm making all the calls. Doing things so everybody's looking at me every play. So when I can bring that energy, it really changes the impact of everybody around me, and everybody's feeding off it. I think that just comes with it. Like, that comes with the morale of this team, what type of defense we have, and just having that energy, man, it goes a long way because everybody feeds off it, and everybody's stepping up, making plays everywhere.
Is it difficult at all to bring it every day, to know that everyone's looking at you to say, hey, we got to feed off Nigel? And if people have off days in this league where you might say, I'm not feeling it, but you know what, I got to bring the juice because I know the guys are looking for me to do that.
I think it's a lot easier for me just because I always had passion for it. I just always use my passion as my energy. And when I'm out there in between those lines, that's just what it is. Like, it just takes over. My passion just takes over, and I think that's what lets people just go, and everybody around me just be able to just see my passion, and then they just feed off it, and then they just keep going from there. And then we all just get juiced, and everybody's passion is into it.
Now that you go from Zeke Elliott and the tremendous job you guys did shutting him down, to Saquon Barkley, who's been on a tear the last 2 games, I think 300 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. I think he had 90 receiving yards last week against Washington. Is it the same approach when you go against someone like him, knowing he's one of the best backs in the league?
Game plan-wise, definitely. I think you guys just, it's all about stopping the run. He's a different style of back. He likes Zeke's more of a in-between the tackles guy. He's a little more outside type of guy. He can also run in between tackles, but he likes to bounce things and get on the edge of the defense more so, I would say, than Zeke. But 2 top backs, man. Opponents we know very well. We know how to attack them. We know how to face them. We know what to take away.
But you didn't have the rookie quarterback last time, so this time it's gonna be Daniel Jones, and threw 5 touchdowns, over 300 yards. He's coming off his best performance of his young career last week against Washington.
Yeah, obviously a great young player. He's been able to do a lot of great things in this league. That's the reason why he's out there, he was behind a veteran, and I feel like that's anytime you get a young guy to replace a vet during the season, it lets you know that the guy got talent. And I think that goes a long way. That's definitely a clap for him because he's definitely, you put a MVP, Super Bowl MVP on the bench, that says a lot about you. So you take that in consideration, man. The guy can play. He can make some plays. So we definitely got to be on all cylinders. We know he's going to come out trying to fire. Got to create ways to make him hold on to that ball so our D-line can put some pressure on him.
What's the mindset for you guys, knowing that you're going from an emotional roller coaster win at home to going on the road against a team that, look, Giants are in the playoff race, but you guys have everything to play for. So how do you bring that same mindset to the game this Sunday?
You said it. We got everything to play for. I think when we go with that approach, it says that alone. It's all about us, man. We got to be focused. We got to be mentally prepared and take that into this game. And obviously the Giants are going to try to ruin everything we playing for. That's their motivation for this week. They feel like they probably not going, so they don't want us to go, I'm sure. Anytime you facing a team like that, you got to be ready for whatever. Trick plays, off-balance plays. They're going to try to probably throw everything at us, and we got to be ready for all of it.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, it's a blessing. So I just want to just go out there and do the best I can to help this team win.
What was your reaction when you found out?
I'm thrilled about it. You know, I'm just happy. You know, just happy I can be here to help this team in any way I can and just know my role and just give it my all.
You've only been here for 2 weeks. You made quite an impression, to say the least.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, just hard work. You know, just keep working and everything will eventually end up being in your plans.
So you played in games before, though. Right. You played a number of games for the Jets last season. So how will that game experience help you get ready, especially when you go back to basically what was your home stadium a year ago?
Most definitely. Definitely got some experience last year, you know, and this year I haven't got any live game reps because I've been on practice squad and stuff like that. But, you know, I feel like the game has slowed down for me a little bit, you know. And
do you think Josh put a good word in for you?
If he did, I appreciate him so much. You know, Josh is a great dude. You know, he's been helping me for about a year and a half now. And when I got here, he's been helping me as well. So I want to appreciate Josh.
What's it like having someone who's seen it all, done it all in the league, who's even caught passes in the league to be able to help you out?
Yeah, that's big time. You know, get some advice from him. What's the best thing I should do? You know, another person who also helped me is Nelson. My former USC buddy. We didn't go to school together, but he's been helping me, taking me under his wing, going over the playbook with me and stuff like that. So I want to say thank you to him as well.
It is Week 17. Yeah. The Eagles can clinch a playoff spot in the division title with a win. So what's it like getting the bump that, while maybe you were disappointed by not being on an active roster, that here you are in the middle of a playoff chase, something that you didn't get to have last season with the Jets?
You know, just got to take it one day at a time, you know, one step at a time as well, and just be ready.
I think it's different for me because I got hurt, so some people, you know, get cut and they're not hurt. They just have to go straight to, you know, working out or whatever. So it's just a different process.
How do you feel physically, and what happened?
I feel good. I had a tear in my plantar fascia, so that's what happened. I'm healed now. So
how long did that take?
A couple months.
So I mean, were you surprised that nobody else called, or were you thinking that, you know?
No, I'm just waiting for an opportunity. I played in the league for a while now, but like I said, you just got to be ready to go at any time. And I mean, I don't take it personally that no one called me or that the Eagles were the only team or whatever the case may be. I mean, I'm just happy to be in this situation and be back here.
Getting this late in the season, were you kind of thinking that it might not happen this year?
I mean, that definitely went through my head. If you miss that many games, you're kind of like, all right, maybe next year is the year I come back to a team. But like I said, I'm just grateful that they gave me the opportunity, and I'm just going to help out in any way I can.
Knowing this locker room and knowing this offense, how will that help you kind of with the quick turnaround playing this weekend?
I mean, it'll definitely help because I've gone through a couple of camps here, and most of this stuff is the same. But yeah, if you know the stuff, you know it, and I just have to get a little refresher, and I'll be fine.
If Zach can't go, do you have any sense for what your role might be?
I don't. I just got here today, so I'm not really that far yet. I'm just trying to make sure I'm on track and make sure I know what to do on every play.
When did they reach out to you? It was yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch that game live?
The Dallas game?
Yeah, it was Dallas game. Knowing Zach like you do, what were you thinking when you saw him come back in the game?
I mean, I know he's a tough guy, so I didn't doubt that he would try to come back. And you know, obviously playing through an injury is tough, and you know, like I said, he's a really tough guy, and he's obviously a great player, so he wants to do everything he can to help this team, and I think that's everyone's job on the team. If you want to win a Super Bowl, is you have to do whatever you can to help the team, no matter if you're hurt or healthy.
I mean, it's a unique situation regardless, but like, you get a call yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So it's 2 days before Christmas. You just got to pack up and go?
Yeah.
How's that go?
I mean,
I'm getting static being here.
It's not bad. We make a lot of money here, so I think I can afford to buy a little more gifts.
How's the situation? It's comparable or different from last year when they took you off IR late in the season?
I think it's different because I wasn't around the team this time. So last time I was in the building and going to meetings. I stayed engaged, and this time I wasn't obviously able to do that. So, but I mean, it's it's still coming back after not playing. So it's similar in that sense, but also it's completely different because I'm not around the team, I'm not in meetings, I'm not learning what adjustments they're making during the season and stuff like that.
But what is it like for you that it's week 17 and you're thrust right into the middle of a playoff chase to help this Eagles team get back to the postseason?
Yeah, like I said before, I think my job is to just help in any way I can. I know the offense a little bit, like we talked about before, going through 2 camps. So that helps me be a little bit more advanced in certain situations. And then other than that, like I said, just help in any way I can.
What have the last few months been like for you? I mean, what have, besides healing?
I mean, pretty relaxed. It's not like I was working.
Right.
I've been working out and just getting my body ready and, trying to be ready.
It's all come down to this one win against the Giants, and you guys are in the playoffs.
Yeah, we just, gonna focus on the Giants this week. We know in order for us to get our hat in our shirt, we got to go out here and we got to work hard and to start today.
What do you see from Daniel Jones? Obviously, the last time you guys played, you had Eli Manning back there at quarterback.
You've seen that he can run. You know what I'm saying? He's confident. Scoring points, and we got to make sure that we don't let him get started on us.
It's tough to put together 3 divisional wins. Do you guys feel like you have the momentum you need here in Week 17 now?
I do. I do think that we, it just today showed that we headed in the right direction. All we got to do is keep putting these days in, and then focus on Sunday when Sunday comes.
You talked about today. What was the energy like out there at practice, knowing that you guys also took down Dallas? That had to feel pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, everybody's flying around, doing exactly what we know we need this one, and everybody's mindset is on this one.
Finish the sentence for me. All I want for Christmas is
a win
against
the Giants. That's it.
How do you take that emotion? Like Sunday, you can have the crowd going. You're looking up at the crowd, you're getting them going. How do you take that emotion on the road?
You just got to focus on your prize at the end of that game. Everything we done fought hard for is all on this game, and so all we got to do is go out there and go one play at a time and refocus on this is what we're trying to get.
Gotcha. And specifically, the defense has been a little weaker on the road. How do you kind of just get that going?
The past is the past. Last game y'all could have said we was gonna lose to Dallas, and we didn't. So all we got to do is go out there and focus on right now. And I think right now, with the momentum we have, all we got to do is focus on the positive.
What do you feel like this team is out right now? 1 game left for the division against the Giants.
I feel like we're in a good spot, especially coming off of 3 wins. Obviously, it's a confidence booster, and the main thing is it was against 3 divisional opponents. Winning the game in this division is, no matter the records, no matter what's going on, a divisional game is always tough.
Do you feel like it's been kind of momentum building from the Giants and the Redskins and the Cowboys, now the Giants again, that you guys are peaking at the right time?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this team is peaking right now, and I feel like, another thing is this team always seems to peak in December, which is very special. Speaking of December, peaking at the right time of the year. Obviously, we still got 1 more game to win, and we need to take care of business on Sunday.
Why do you guys feel like this team peaks in December? What's it about the culture of this team that makes you guys peak in December?
We just always keep believing in each other, no matter the circumstances, no matter what happened early in the season. I just feel like we always find a way to. We always find a way to kind of figure things out. I really wish we would make it a lot easier. So early in the season, but I think this team is built for it. And right now we're just focused on going day by day, and then get ready for Sunday.
Fletch, you said last week that Saquon Barkley is the hardest running back to tackle in the NFL. Why is that?
Because he keeps his feet running. He tries to punish people. Which some running backs in this league don't. He want to punish you, and he gonna make you hit him. I think that's gonna come down to it. Us again tackling this week, getting everybody to the football.
Fletch, speaking of that, Doug said the key defensively on Sunday was the physicality, the aggressive nature you guys showed. That's how you kept them out of the end zone. Obviously, that takes a toll. How do you guys feel physically, and you feel like you're up for it again?
Yeah, man. I feel like we played a real physical game on Sunday. We knew we had to play a physical game on Sunday in order to win. Everybody came out on fire, flying around, getting to the football, hitting people, making them feel us. Which you have to do that. You got to keep doing it. We got to do it again this week. and it's another big game coming this week for us. Just keep everybody focused, keep everybody together, and just everybody doing their job and not trying to make it, do crazy things.
One of the things that stood out is a guy like you, a guy like Zach, a guy like Jalen, who was banged up, came back in the game. Why do you guys feel so compelled to come back when you are not 100%?
I think I said last week, there's no quit in this team. If a guy can come back and play, obviously it's up to the training staff, obviously. But if you feel like you can come back and play, I feel like every player should. When I got banged up, I hit my elbow or hit my tricep, and it was just one of them things where I had to calm down for a second for me to go back in there.
You've been in the spot with Pat Shermer before, where you had to play a last game where he was coaching you guys for one game, picking up the spot, and he wanted to win it. And you got to assume he comes in with that mentality here, regardless of their record. Is that the approach?
I mean, the records are out. I think the records are always out of the window when it comes to playing a divisional game. The records are out because they know us, we know them, and it's going to come down to who won it the most.